three-point conversion for the state championship. Watch Marcus Robinson, number 88.
The alley-oop, possibly.
Pinnaman takes it, goes up the middle. No, he keeps it. He's hit! And eye behind Thompson. A man right, a man left. Jones and Davis behind him. An 8-man front. He's going to send a man in motion to the left. Thompson's going to look at it, take it, try to keep it left side option. Danny Jones.
The winner of the 1993 John W. Heisman Memorial Trophy, awarded to the best college football player in the country, Charlie Ward of Florida State University.
Hello, I'm Randy Young, and welcome to Thomas County Central 1993 champions back to back to back. A tribute to the 1993 AAA state champion Thomas County Central Yellow Jacket football team, and of course to the 1993 Heisman Trophy winner, Charlie Ward Jr. In the next few hours, we hope to deliver to you what can best be described as a slice of Yellow Jacket heaven, as in 1993 the Thomas County Central Yellow Jacket football program scaled new heights, successfully defending their 1992 state championship to become the first team in nearly 10 years in the AAA classification to win state championships back-to-back. They set a school record with 13 victories under the direction of head coach Ed Pilcher, who, by the way, was named the AAA Coach of the Year for the second consecutive year by the Atlanta Constitution. An unprecedented season, especially when you consider that the Jackets defeated their arch rival, the Thomasville Bulldogs, twice in one season, for only the second time ever in the history of the program. And of course, that second victory was in the AAA State Championship, which you'll see in just a little while, a spectacular, heart-stopping 14-12 victory that secured the back-to-back championship for the 93 Yellow Jackets. And of course, the cherry on top of the whole season was Charlie Ward Jr., starting quarterback for Florida State University. Charlie not only won the 1993 Heisman Trophy, which signifies the top collegiate football player in America, he also led the Florida State Seminoles to their first ever national championship. An absolute dream season for anybody proud to wear the blue and gold of the top AAA football program in the state of Georgia. The focus of this tape, of course, will be on the 1993 AAA state championship game between the Thomasville Bulldogs and the Thomas County Central Yellow Jackets, which, by the way, marked the first time that two teams from within the same county had ever played each other for the state championship in any classification in the history of the state of Georgia, which is quite remarkable. But we'll also focus on Thomas County Central's favorite son, and Charlie Ward Jr., with a very special halftime feature that I'm sure you'll enjoy. But right now, let's set the scene and go back to the week of December 18th, 1993. Thomas County and Thomasville were experiencing excitement unlike anything that had ever been felt here before, because both factions knew that the inevitable was on the horizon, the state championship between the Jackets and the Dogs. Everyone at Thomas County Central knew that this game was not going to be an ordinary meeting between the Jackets and the Dogs. This was going to be the game of the century. As game day drew near, excitement built as Thomas County Central wanted to make sure the world saw their true colors of blue and gold.
That's it right there. Good. There you go, right there. There you go.
Championship practice,
There you go.
1993. Not much different from any other week for the Thomas County Central Yellow Jackets through the 1993 season. The same nose to the grindstone type of work ethic that had been shown by the team through the spring, summer, and fall in preparing for this date with destiny. The Dogs loomed on the horizon, and the coaches kept the players focused. Everyone worked hard in preparing for the state championship, the possibility of defending the 92 state championship. The focus going in towards Saturday night was squarely on the Bulldogs.
Right there, boy, right there. Good. Yeah, good. That's good. Here we go. Hurry back, hurry back. Yes, right there. There, that's it. He hangs back. Hey, I'm gonna stay with mine, okay? No, you're still on a ring.
While in Thomas County the week of the semifinal round of the state playoffs, ESPN even made mention of the possible state championship meeting between Central and Thomasville.
Now, tonight, there are two high schools 2 miles apart in Thomas County, each playing in separate semifinal games for the Georgia High School Championship. They both win. They'll be meeting for the finals within 2 miles of each other.
And they did win, setting up the ultimate battle between the Jackets and the Dogs. News of the game covered the local newspapers. Even the Atlanta Constitution, normally unwilling to give South Georgia football much coverage, could not ignore the War of the Roses.
Humongous sign raised by the Yellow Jacket cheerleaders repeat on Jackson Street, with the Yellow Jacket holding a dog by a leash with a state championship trophy in one arm. An emotional sight as we get ready for what promises to be the most incredible night of high school football that the state of Georgia, possibly America, has ever seen. I don't have to say anything because the crowd says it for me. The Jackets in that home blue, the dark navy blue with the bright gold pants with the little dark blue TC on the hips. They've got Jackets written in gold and white along with their numbers on those tops with a gold and white stripe around the sleeves. The solid gold hats with the dark blue TCs on the side. Everybody that's anybody is in this stadium tonight preparing for what promises to be a holy war. Armageddon on Jackson Street. No other way to describe it, Joey.
No, there certainly isn't. You mentioned our helmets. Look like we got them polished up and shiny, ready to go, and I'm sure they're going to have a lot of red on those helmets before long.
The Dogs with their helmets raised toward the heavens on the other side. The Dog crowd strangely quiet right now. The Jacket crowd, as you can hear them, they're just rocking. Our kick team is already on the field. The Dogs huddling over there with those helmets raised now. They finish their prayer, and they will come on the field to receive the kickoff. Joey, are you okay?
Yeah, I guess so. I'm ready to get this thing underway.
Tony, I'll check you. I just checked the man in the booth. Are you okay down there on the field?
My pressure's running real high. I'm beginning to wonder if I'm going to be able to hold my equilibrium here for very long because as high as it's been in a long time.
The Jackets will have it teed up. Jamaica Ivy, as he has done all season, will be kicking the ball, and he's done a spectacular job. The Jacket crowd chanting in the background. This place absolutely packed. I thought I had seen this place maxed out last year with Peach County, but I was dead wrong. An absolutely huge crowd, again, probably numbering near or over 10,000. As the Dogs drop them back deep. Number 49, Shedrick Kinchik. And number 30, who is that? Number 30, I believe. Carlton Denson back deep. Jamaica waiting for the signal. He'll get it. And it is time to rumble. As the crowds rock. Jamaica up to the ball, gets his foot up under it, a booming high kick on the right side. Looks like 49 Kitchen's going to take it. Try to run and be ate up in there. The swarm kills him down there at about the 25. Over on the left side, he fielded a high kick. Tried to run off that left side and got ate up. Your official game time temperature, 55 degrees. Supplied to us this evening, as every evening, by Air Conditioning Technology and Services. And we appreciate them helping us with Yellow Jacket football this year. 1st and 10 from their own 25, moving toward the highway. Kevin Thompson will bring up Keith Williams and Nick Davis and an eye behind him. He's got Kenneth Thurman wide right, Rich Van wide left, 5-man front for the Jackets. Thompson looking that line over, long count, he's going to take it. Try to go up the middle, there's little 29, hit and dropped in there. Keith Williams, after a pickup of about 3, they tried to go straight up the middle with that little draw play, and we ate him up. It's going to be second down about 7.
That's right. They started out coming right at us, but good play by the linebackers to stuff it up.
And now the crowd will sit down and get set for what promises to be a huge night of football. Half the crowd standing, half of them sitting. They don't know what to do. I'll be honest with you, I don't either. Now Thompson will bring them up again. Williams and Davis and an eye behind him. Rich Van wide right, Thurman wide left. The Jacket line shifts into a 5-man front with the defensive ends real close now. Thompson's going to try to take it up the middle again. There's Davis breaking out of there, gets about 5, 6, 7 yards before he's knocked down. Gets exactly to the 35-yard line. I think he's got that first down. He went straight up the middle and picked up 7, and it's a first down for the Dogs.
Yeah, I think that was Keith Williams that time instead of Nick Davis.
Yes, it was Keith Williams, number 29. Got to forgive me, folks. My sanity is on the verge of leaving me. Just underway. As the Dogs will have their first down of the night. They'll measure it down there, but it looks like he got it. Tony Herring, emotion. I'm telling you, this is unbelievable.
Well, it certainly is, and you can see it out there on the field, too, because those guys are really jumping. Our defense is looking pretty quick and maybe just a little bit too over-aggressive on that play, Randy, because they had the penetration going in the backfield, and the back was able to run around them.
Very important for the Dogs to establish their running game, and that's what they're trying to do early. As Kevin Thompson brings them up, Thurman right, Rich Van left, Davis and Williams behind it. Van looks at a 5-man front. He's going to take it this time. Try to run a quick draw up the middle. It's a gain of 3. Right up the middle with Nick Davis. I'll get that mixed up all night long, I'm sure. Nick Davis straight up the middle picks up about 2.5. We'll give him 3 yards. It'll be 2nd and 7 again, now at their own 38.
Good job by Josh Lewis that time in his defensive end position to stay home and take the fullback dive and make the tackle.
Unbelievably, people still coming in here. People standing up on top. Look down here at the police department van. They're all standing up on top of it trying to see the game. Thurman right, Rich Van left. Davis and Williams behind. Kevin Thompson, 5-man front for the Jackets with Cedric Holton on the end. Thompson's going to take it, drop back, look. He's got time across the middle. Almost intercepted by J.T. Fuller in there. J.T. had it hit his left hand. He almost pulled that thing in, and Thompson felt pressure from behind. Matthew Nathan was bearing down on him, and so was Josh Lewis.
He sure did. I don't think it was actually that close, but he got happy feet and started moving a lot, and he was trying to hit number 80, Kenneth Thurman, over the middle, and Josh just had missed that. J.T. just missed that interception.
Big down. 3rd and 7 for the Dogs from their own 38. 10:02 here in this first quarter, no score. A man left, 2 men wide right, 1 man behind Kevin Thompson. The backers act like they want to blitz for the Jackets. Thompson may be changing the play. Thompson looks it over and somebody jumped. I don't know who it was down there. The Dogs are clapping.
That was our right defensive side. I believe he jumped offside.
Let's see what the call is here. They're going to call all sides on the Jackets, and that'll make it 3rd down. And instead of about 8 or 7, it's going to be 3rd down about 2. Tony, a big play.
It certainly is, because they need to go ahead and stop them here if they want to establish the momentum of the game. A good shutdown here will go ahead and set a precedence for our defense in this thing right now.
Huge play for the defense as the crowd will come up. Thompson with the Jacket Thunder rolling through the stands. 2 men behind him, that's Davis and Williams. Looking a 7-man front over. Look at the Jackets. He's going to take it, try to go up the middle. There's a draw play breaking out there. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, almost 20 yards. Up the middle, Nick Davis. He got about 17 right up the middle.
That was a simple little fullback dive to the left side over there, and he did take off.
As the dog crowd rocks a little bit, as the dogs get to our 38.5. They busted it up the middle.
18 yards.
Thompson brings him up. A man left, that's Thurman. Little Rich Van over to the right. An eye behind him. Danny Jones in there now. As he's going to take it, run a toss pitch over there to 29, who's going to be hit and dropped after a gain of about 3 yards down there. That was Keith Williams on that little tall sweep to the left side.
A good pursuit by the Yellow Jacket and good containment out there. Didn't let him get the corner and made him turn in for just a minimum pickup about 2.
Well, give him 3. They're going to give him 3. It'll be 2nd and 7 yet again. Tony, a big run.
It certainly was. I tell you, that offensive line of the Jackets is doing, of the Bulldogs doing a pretty good job in opening up those holes in there.
Kevin Thompson now with 3 men right. Look at big Sean Johnson in there. A man wide left, 1 man behind him. 4-man front for the Jackets. Thompson marks the signals. 2nd and 7. Long County's going to take it, try to run up the middle. There's that draw play again. He's got 10, 15, 17 yards before he's knocked down. Again up the middle, Nick Davis. A quick draw play up the middle. And the dogs eating us up on the ground, and they had to do that, Joey, and that's what they're doing.
Watch them now. Quick play.
Lining up quickly, not giving the defense a chance to set themselves. 2 men right, 2 men left. Again, Nick Davis by himself behind Kevin Thompson. 5-man front for the Jackets, 6-man front for the Jackets. 1st and 10 from our 23. Thompson now trying to step back into the shotgun. He will step back into the shotgun. He may change the play. Waiting for the snap. There it is. He's going to look, throw it. It is out of bounds, and they threw a flag as he was knocked down over there, but the ball was thrown out of bounds.
It was uncatchable.
But in high school, that makes no difference. And they're going to call pass interference on the Jackets, and Tony, we're digging ourselves a hole here early.
We certainly are, because it did go way out of bounds, and it was inconsequential to the outcome of the play, Randy. But it was pass interference. A little bit of early game jitters.
No flag. No flag. They waved it off. They waved it off. Inadvertent contact.
You know, Randy, actually, I thought one of their wide receivers started early on the play anyway, but they didn't call it.
On the left side?
Right.
I thought so, too. 8:38 here, no score, but the dogs threatening. They're knocking on the door a little bit down at our 24. It'll be 2nd down and 10. Thompson trying to bring him up, but the refs won't let him. Now they will. Rich Van wide right, Thurman wide left. Davis and Williams behind him in an eye. Look at the Jackets crowd the line. 7, 8 men. Now the backers drop up. Is he going to try to run up the middle? He falls down. Nick Davis had the feet knocked out from under him by Andre Williams in there, and he fell down after a pickup of about 1.5 yards. It's going to be a big 3rd down.
That's going to be 3rd and 9. Yeah, that was a simple little fullback dive to the left.
Now they've got 4th down on the yard marker, but that can't be right. Now they'll flip it straight. 3rd down and 9, and a huge down here, and the Jacket crowd will rock. Thompson in a shotgun. 2 men left, 2 men right, a man in the slot on the right. He kicks his leg. There's a snap to him. He's going to look. He's got pressure. Throws it across. Sean Johnson ate up by 3 men. Jamie Hill
Andre Williams
and J.T. Fuller eat him up after a pickup of 2.
Andre Williams is the main one on that tackle, Randy. That was a good play on that quick little slant in number 3.
So now we'll have a long field goal attempt. Tony, what a big defensive play.
Certainly was. Andre Williams did a real good job. That was a concern of us for our pursuing defense, that they may not stay where they need to stay and keep contained. He did a real good job then, and that's what happens when you do a good job.
It'll be a 38-yard field goal attempt as Kevin Thompson will be kicking here from his own 28, from our 28. I'm sorry, there's a snap low, set down, kick up. It is good. He got it through. 3-0 Dogs. Let's take a break here on Yellow Jacket Football. The first game of the season for the Thomas County Central Yellow Jackets was against the Colquitt County Packers. The passing and running of Ricky Stacy starred this show.
as the Jackets jumped out to a 19-0 victory to start off the 93 campaign. Back to the Jackets' nest, 3-0 Dogs, and a pretty impressive kick, Tony Herring. There was a lot of leg in that thing.
It certainly was. They did a real good job. The Jackets were way up high on that thing, Randy, but when it went through the end zone, it kept on going. It almost hit the flag back there. Good job by Kevin Thompson.
Well, we avoid the touchdown, and that's good news, but we need to respond, Joey Holland.
Yes, we certainly do. That was a long drive by the Bulldogs, 11 plays, about 54 yards, resulted in the field goal. We do need to get our offense going immediately.
And for the first time in a long time, we're behind.
That's right. It has been a while.
Johnny Cooksey and Paul Miranda standing back at their 7. Sean Johnson, who's been inconsistent with his kickoffs this year, will be kicking toward the highway. 7:22 in the first quarter, 3-0 Dogs. Sean Johnson up to it, gets his foot up under it. Great kick off the right side. Miranda at the 4. He's going to try to run up the middle, now run to the right side and be 8 up down there at the 15. Shannon Monroe and Fred Hill down there meeting, and the Jackets will start in a hole.
It certainly will. Down on 15.
As Ricky Stacy and that potent offense runs onto the field. And again, very, very important not only to establish something, but more important, Tony Herring, to be careful down here.
It certainly is. This deep into our own territory. We don't want to make a mistake back here, drop the ball, and set them up for easy scoring position.
Ricky Stacy will bring them up. 1st and 10 from our own 15. Johnny and Corey behind him. Miranda left. Duran right. Ricky looks a 4-man line over with 3-4 linebackers staring him in the face. Ricky, long count, moving toward the field house. He's going to take it, try to go at the middle. There's Corey. Hit and dropped after a gain of about a yard in there.
That looked like Fred Hill coming in there immediately, making the tackle.
And setting the tone defensively are the Dogs on that first play. Give Corey a pickup of 1. Actually, don't give him anything. No gain. It's going to be 2nd down and about 10. Still down there at the 15. 3-0 here with 6.5 to go in the first quarter. My goodness, at the people in this stadium. As the nerves, the pterodactyls fly in the stomach. Ricky with Spud left, Miranda right. Again, Corey and Johnny behind him in a split backfield. Now 2 linebackers for the Dogs. Now they'll drop to a 3 linebacker set. Now 4 with a 4-man front. Ricky's going to take it, step back, throw it over here, over Spud's head. He was wide open at the 22, and he just overthrew it. As some jawing going on down there between Lennis Anderson and Spud Wilson after the play. Spud was open, but Ricky overthrew it.
Yeah, just simple little out pattern. He checked off at the line of scrimmage, changed the play, and he did overthrow it, I guess, as a case of the nerves there.
And Tony, a huge play here for our offense.
It certainly is. Got to convert, especially this deep in the territory. Jamaica's done a real good job punting. We don't want to have to get in a punt situation, but you certainly don't want to do it this deep into your own end zone.
2nd down or 3rd down at about 9.5, and Ricky needs to hurry to bring the play up here with Corey and Johnny behind him. A man right, a man left. 4-man front for the Dogs. 4 linebackers. Ricky's going to take it. Row right side. Look to the 20. He's hitting 8 up. Good gracious, did he get hit at the 18-yard line. He didn't have time to option it off. It was wide open, and those linebackers converged and ate him up. It's a pickup of about 3, and the Dogs force us into a punting situation.
Well, number 31, Virgil Murray, the defensive end, was the main one on the tackle there.
And the Dog crowd rocks as Jamaica Ivey will drop back to punt with his back to his own goal line. The ball at the 19. 4th and about 6. Jamaica on the 5. Sean Johnson at his own 48, waiting for the snap to Jamaica. They got the line loaded up. There's the snap to him. It's good. Jamaica gets his foot up under it, and he shanks it. It's going to bounce down there. Good bounce for the Jackets. Sean Johnson picks it up, and he's going to get by everybody and be 8 up there at the 49-yard line. He got by the first wave, and it scared me to death, and then Jabbar Dunbar and those guys came in and cleaned it up, but they take over on our side of the field at our 49.
Yeah, they certainly got excellent field position, and we got to do a good job on defense to not let them get a drive started.
Very, very important, Tony Herring, to bend our backs here defensively.
It certainly is, because you just can't give up any yards. They've got motivation going for them. They really know now that they can move the ball, and we need to change their minds on that, Randy.
Rich Van left. Kenneth Thurman right as the crowd rocks. Davis and Danny Jones back behind Kevin Thompson. 6-man front for the Jackets. He's going to take it. Drop back. Look, he's got pressure. He's hit, and he's ate up. Corey Clark. Corey jumped off, and he's blitzed him from the right side. It's a huge loss of 11 yards back to their 41.
That sure is a huge play by Corey Clark. We could have come at a better time, and he didn't bite on a little play action. He faked to the tailback, and he didn't bite on it until he hit the quarterback.
Magnificent defensive play, Tony, quickly.
It certainly was, Randy, and right when you need it, when you're trying to establish yourself, you're establishing defensive precedence.
Thompson brings him up, an eye behind him. 2 men right, 1 man left, 4-man front for the Jackets from their own 41. The Jackets shift. He's going to take it, run to Danny Jones up the middle, to the 50, to the 45, to the 40. He's dragged down, gets by him. Now he dives down to the 23. Danny Jones right up the middle. The former Yellow Jacket burns us.
Sure does. We knew he was going to probably play a big part in this game, and he just almost broke one there.
A huge play for the Dogs to answer that big play by Corey Clark. With 4:25 to go in the first, they're at our 23, and the Dogs trying to really establish something here, trying to take control early. Thompson brings him up. A man left, a man right, the eye behind him. That's Davis and Danny Jones. The Jackets moving around in a 4-man front. Thompson looks it over. Long count here. 1st and 10 from our 24. He's going to take it right up the middle, that little draw play. There's Nick Davis knocked down after a pickup of about 6. He gets down to the 18 right up the middle.
That same play they've ran several times on the night has been successful.
Jackets trying to bow their back here, and boy, a touchdown for the Dogs would be, it'd be tough, Tony. It would really, really sting.
It certainly would. It'd be real tough to overcome. With the caliber of these two teams, it'd be real tough to get back on top after that.
2nd down, give him 5. It's going to be 2nd down and 5 from the 18 and a half. Give him, it's about a short 5. Thompson with a man left, a man right. 2 men behind him in a 9. Now he's going to send Thurman in motion to the right. 7-man front for the Jackets. Thompson looks at it. Tall sweep. Danny Jones hit the backfield, gets by him to the 15. Drives down to the 11. Danny Jones gets a 1st down and a pickup of about 7 yards. On that right side.
He gave one step like he was going to turn it in, but kept going outside, and that's where the yardage was.
And the Dogs controlling the line of scrimmage. And you got to give them credit thus far. Just outside the 10, it'll be 1st and goal from the 10 and a half. With 3:20 and counting down, 3-0 Dogs, but they're knocking on the door with a sledgehammer. Rich Van right. Thurman left, an eye behind Thompson. Trying to take control. They're going to take it right up the middle. That's Davis, knocked down after he drives down to about the 6. Awfully close to being a legal motion on that line. But they give him 4 yards down to the 6-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and about 6 to go for the 1st down. 6.5 for the touchdown. Moving toward the highway with under 3 minutes. It's 3-0 Dogs, and they're trying to take control.
They can't get a 1st down before they score.
The Jacket crowd trying to rock. The defense really needs to show themselves here. A wishbone behind Kevin Thompson. A man wide left. 6-man front for the Jackets. Thompson looks it over. He's going to take it. Keep it. No, Davis ate up. Good gracious, did he get hit? Cedric Holton eats him up back there. A loss of about 3. Good gracious, it looked like a bomb exploded on him.
That was Keith Williams. He tried to put a spin move on someone, and when he turned around, Cedric Holton was there to nail him.
Loss of 3 brings up a 3rd down and about 7. What a huge hit, Tony.
Randy, that was Corey Clark. Once Keith hit him and spun him, Corey Clark was real low and hit him right in the numbers and just turned him over.
What a huge down here. 3rd and 7. Thompson with 2 men right, 2 men behind him. Now Reggie Garland going in motion to the right. Looks a 6-man front over. Thompson's going to take it, drop back. Look, he's got time. Looks, now he's going to try to run it. He's ate up. Dropped at the 7. Matthew Nathan. No gain on the play, and the Dogs will have to settle for a field goal.
And this is going to be from the right hash mark, so it's going to be at a tough angle.
The far right hash mark, and again, Tony Herring, what a spectacular defensive play when we had to have it.
Matthew Nathan was right there in him, real hot pursuit coming from that other end over there like a bulldog and or like a stinging jacket, and knocked him out.
4th and 7. The ball will be spotted on the 15. It'll be a 25-yard attempt for Thompson. On the far right hash mark, this is a very weird angle here. Sean Johnson a hold. There's the snap. Set down. Kick it blocked. Blocked. It's picked up by Cedric Holton. Blocked. Cedric Holton for the 3rd time this year blocks it. And the Jacket defense holds.
Randy, that could be a huge shift of momentum right there because we really need it. They pretty much drove the ball straight down the field. We need to do something on offense this series.
Now the Jacket offense needs to respond as Ricky Stacy brings the play. And Tony, I'll come to you in just a moment. A minute to go in the first quarter, still 3-0. Here comes Ricky in the offense. Miranda left, Duran right, Johnny and Corey behind him from our own 17. Ricky is going to take it quickly up the middle. That's Johnny running over folks down there to about the 21-yard line. He picks up about 5 yards when he had no business picking up anything, Tony Herring.
We see that all year, Randy. He was just picking and pushing and stepping over people and made something out of nothing.
5-yard pickup by Johnny. We'll actually give him 4. It's going to be 2nd down and 6. What a magnificent 4-yard run up the middle, just running over people. As Spud Wilson comes in from the sidelines, 30 seconds to go in the first quarter, 3-0 Dogs, but man, what a defensive stand by the Jackets. Here comes his offense. Ricky brings him up. Now he's got Miranda and Duran right, Spud left, Corey and Johnny behind him. 4-man front for the Dogs. Ricky looking it over. He's going to take it this time. Go right side. Look. Pitch it. There's Johnny. He's to the 25. Knocked down at about the 26-yard line. He picks up about 4 yards down there. And that's going to be the last play of the first quarter. Let's take a break with the Dogs up 3-0 on the pride of Thomas County. This is Yellow Jacket football.
An opportunistic Jacket offense and a tenacious defense was the story of the second game of the season as Thomas County Central hosted Thomasville in their first meeting. The Jackets jumped all over the Dogs in the fourth quarter and ended up with a 28-7 thrashing of Thomasville.